What if I told you we can track intimacy the same way we track inflation, over time with real data? Not guesses, not headlines. Just one private question asked to thousands of people across decades. How many times did you have sex in the last 4 weeks? This is Britain's national survey, Natsal, repeated in 3 waves. On these charts, the 3 colors are simply 3 time periods. Natsal 1 equals early 1990s, Natsal 2 equals early 2000s, Natsal 3 equals early 2010s. The line inside the box is the median, the most typical person. The box shows where the middle half of people fall. And the whiskers show how wide the range is, from almost never to very frequent. So this chart isn't just asking, what's the average? It's asking, how is intimacy distributed across real people? Now look at the top panel, age groups, split by men and women. You'll notice something immediately. Younger adults show more spread. That's normal. Some are very active, some not at all. But across the survey waves, the center of the picture nudges. It's not that everyone stops, it's that the middle shifts. Now go to the middle panel, marital status. This is where the story gets sharper. Married or cohabiting adults still tend to report more sex than people who are single, divorced, or widowed. But what matters is the direction of travel. From the earlier wave to the later wave, you can see the typical range inside the married or cohabiting group shift downward. In other words, the change isn't only happening in the dating world. It shows up inside established relationships too. And that is a huge clue, because if partnered people shift, the entire country's pattern shifts with them. Now the bottom panel, social position. This part asks whether intimacy differs across social and economic layers. And again, you don't see one group fall off a cliff. You see a broader drift. The middle moves, the high end thins out a bit, and the distribution looks slightly less intense in the most recent wave. So Figure 1 gives us a powerful headline. Something changed, not just for singles, but for couples too. And it's not just about more people at 0. It looks like the whole shape of sexual frequency gently rebalances. But here's the problem. Figure 1 shows the shape. It doesn't explain the mechanism. It can't answer the key question. What exactly moved? Did more people become completely sexless? Did the high-frequency group shrink? Did the middle slide down? And did it happen mostly among singles or among couples? That's why Figure 2 is so important. Because Figure 2 breaks the population into clear categories and shows you where the shift actually happened. So this is Figure 2. Same survey waves, same country. But now, instead of box plots, we get a clean set of frequency categories. Never had sex before but not in the last 4 weeks, then 1 to 2 times, 3 to 4, 5 to 6, all the way up to 11 plus times in the last month. And it splits that story by relationship status, married or cohabiting on top, and divorced/widowed/single below, again for men and women. Now here's the key insight this figure makes almost impossible to ignore. The big change is not mainly a sudden explosion of never had sex. The bigger movement is inside the sexually active population. Fewer people sitting in the higher frequency categories, and more people sliding toward the lower frequency end, or into the not in the last 4 weeks group. And look where this shows up most clearly. Among married or cohabiting adults. That's the part that flips the narrative, because if the drop was only among singles, the explanation would be simple. Dating culture, fewer relationships, fewer opportunities. But this chart suggests something deeper. Even when people are partnered, living together, sharing a life, the frequency can still drift downward over time. So the conversation changes. It's no longer just, why are people not hooking up? It becomes, why are couples having less even while staying together? And once you ask that question, the list of suspects shifts. Time pressure, stress, fatigue, health, routine, mental load, screens, less privacy, less energy, less space for desire to build. Not a single villain, more like a slow squeeze. So if figure 1 is the big picture, figure 2 is the proof of how the picture changed. So these two charts already tell a clear story. The shift isn't just out there in dating culture, it's also happening quietly inside relationships. And that's exactly why it matters.